You are watching Channeladriantv.
Yo, you two it up. Welcome back to Channeladriantv, and y'all know me as Adrian. But before you get into today's video, y'all know what y'all need to do. Subscribe to the channel, like and comment on the videos. Also follow me on Rumble where I post. And if you see anything you want me to react to, sports, the dynamics between men and women, or an Ask Adrian question about your own personal life, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can hit me up on one of my social media platforms. They'll be pinned in the description. And welcome to another sneaker review video. Now, before I get into this video, of course, I know some of these shoes are old, but other than the reaction videos and the sports videos, I wanted to make this channel more about myself and show you more about me. And like I said, I've always been into shoes, especially J's. So I'm going to be showing shoes from my collection and shoes that I do pick up on releases I do want. And I'll be honest with you, I'm probably not going to buy any other shoes until those white and black and cement gray 4s that are about to come out in May. So that'll probably be the next time I buy shoes. But until then, I will at least give y'all a review of personal sneakers from my own collection. And for this video, it's for this right here, the Air Jordan 3. Now, before I even go to the shoe, I'll always gonna give a brief detail about the history of the shoe. The shoe first dropped in 1988. Of course, it was this. Everybody knows it was designed by Tinker Hatfield. And then on top of that, if you look at the air sole unit, the visible air sole unit, this was a shoe that was first introduced, because you got to remember the Jordan 1 and the Jordan 2, they didn't have this 3. This is when they first had the visible sole unit. And not only that, it introduced a few things. It introduced the Jumpman logo, and it also introduced the famous elephant print, which I think a majority of people like from this shoe, because honestly, that's one of the main things that I love about the shoe is the elephant print. And MJ wore these shoes in the All-Star game, which he did win MVP honors. And a lot of people don't know this, but his relationship with Nike was rocky. So it has been rumored that this was a shoe that kept him along with Nike, the Air Jordan 3. And this is most people's favorite shoe of all time. I'll say it's between these, the 4s, and the 11s for me personally. Now, other than 88, it's been released a few times. It's been released 1994, 2001, 2008, 2011, 2018, and recently 2024. And I believe the 2008s were the countdown packs. That was the last time I had the black cement 3s, and I don't have them. Like a lot of my old shoes, I either sold them or threw them away because they were too busted. Because as you can see, I do wear my shoes. I'll put another picture up. I do actually wear them. I'm probably gonna start investing in those sole protectors for the bottom of the shoe, but like I said, I don't really know if they work. So if you're watching this video in the comments, let me know if they do work. Now, the upper part of the shoe is made of full grain tubular leather, which gives it premium look and feel. Now, I don't know if it's premium or not, but to me, it still feels good. And then also, you have the widow's peaks at the very front of the shoe, and it helps to align everything with the shoe. So when they're in the factory doing the eyelets, trying to make sure everything is center, that's supposedly what they use to make sure the shoe is center, if you don't know. Now with the cement, a lot of people say it is lighter than previous ones. And like I said, I don't have my countdown pack anymore, but these, I could definitely see these are lighter, because normally with the elephant print, it's normally darker. Not the gray so much, but the cracks that kind of make it look like skin on the elephant, those are normally darker, but it's still smooth. And as far as a sock liner, around where the sock liner is, a lot of people have said, and I noticed it putting it on myself, it's thinner. It's very thin as to all the other ones, and that's why I think the other 3s were more bulky. These ones seem a little bit more sleek and skinnier and slimmer, and I like it like this. I don't like the mids. I don't like the sock liner so thick. Now, it does make sense if you're using it to hoop in, or the sock liner to be a little bit thicker for more cushion and padding. But me personally, like I said, I don't hoop in J's. The only J's I will probably hoop in is those 10s that are going to come out, and hopefully it has a little bit more padding, but we'll see. And we all know the midsole is made out of that polyurethane form. Like I said, to me, I hear all those and I understand what those mean, but when I put the shoes on, they all feel the same, because like I just wear them for casual wear. I don't ever put any wear and tear of actually like hooping or training in these. But like I said, the last ones that I did have, which was a while ago, the countdown pack 3s, it was really the sock. That's my big thing I noticed, is like the sock liner not being so thick. And the outsole gray, this supposed to be white, but as you can tell, I've worn them. And then the herringbone traction. Overall, a quality shoe. And like I said, one of my top Jordans is between these, the 4s, and the 11s. And for me, these do fit true to size. Like I said, I have a wide foot. I completely have no art. So if you are watching this and plan to get them on, get these later like I did, because I got these, I want to say like a month ago, you can stay true to size. I always wore size 11, but the only shoes that I noticed I can downsize in is those Olympic 6s that release, because I was able to pick those up at the outlet and the 11s were way too big. And to finish, to go off with the shoe, you see the heel tab. Now, no messages on this heel tab, but you do have the Nike Air on the back, which does give it the OG type of feel, which I know a lot of sneakerheads do love, like myself. But either way, Nike Air or Jordan logo I'm fine with, but I would say I prefer the Nike Air. And to finish it off with the eyelets, you know, black at top, then towards the bottom you have those red 5-out eyelets towards the bottom. But overall, I like this shoe and I had to get it. I was just waiting, because during that time I was so busy and I completely forgot they dropped, but I'm like, I'll be able to get them later. So, and that's what I did. And like I said, I know they have a lot of wear on it already, and I normally clean the bottom of my shoes after each wear. That's why I said I do need to get sole protectors. But overall, I do love this shoe, one of my favorites. And like I said, I'm looking forward to those 4s that are going to drop in May, and also those 10s that are going to drop. And I'll probably be all the shoes I'm going to buy for this year. And I know you see the Columbias and because I should have introduced them at the beginning. I know I got the Columbias and the Deion Sanders Diamond Turfs. They call these a 49er colorway, but the Atlanta Falcon colorway. If you didn't put it together by now, each shoe that I have on the table, those are the ones next I'm going to do next a review on. So in other words, the Columbias will be next, then the Diamond Turfs, and then so on and so forth. Y'all remember, this is your stuff from my personal collection. Some of them may be old because I'm not going to get every release. As this channel continues to grow, I will even buy shoes that I know I'm not going to wear, because like I said, I believe you should wear your shoes. But let's say I'm not going to wear the shoe, I will buy it from the money made from YouTube, because this is a business, and then I would show it to y'all, and then I would just raffle it off or do a giveaway, because I don't see the point of having shoes that I'm not going to wear. And plus, it could be a blessing for somebody else, and that's what I plan to do once the channel gets to a bigger point. I want to say thank you, and I appreciate all the support. And remember, I do reaction videos, talk about sports, talk about fitness. I pretty much talk about anything about my life. So y'all remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you got the Jordan 3s, let me know what you think, or what Jordans are you expecting, or what Jordans are you really looking forward to drop this year. I appreciate all the support, and I will see you in the next one.